Guys, Ghost Recon Wildlands dropped on 7th of March and it's barely been out a month. We already have our second big post-launch patch from Ubisoft with Title Update 3. That came out this week. I'm going to take you through the patch notes. They are available on the Ghost Recon website if you want to have a look under the news section. But to save all that pesky reading, we're going to have a look at them here today. As usual, we have a summary at the beginning of the main points and then we dive into some more detail later on. So let's get into it. Title Update 3 Patch Notes. Hello Ghosts. Here are the patch notes for Title Update 3, available on April 12th around 8 AM UTC for consoles and on Friday morning for PC. As with the previous patch, we will have a small maintenance in order to update our servers to this new version. The patch size will be up to 8.4 gigs on consoles and up to 6.5 gigs on PC, depending on your client and installed version. An in-game notification will let you know when it's available. Players in-game will need to reboot the game to apply the patch. Please remember that in order to play co-op, all players will need to have the same version of the game. The latest update focuses on improvements on game stability and bug fixing, but we've also been gathering player feedback about certain issues and implemented changes in order to improve the user experience. For example, we fixed the Kingslayer file counter on the TAC map for the Media Luna and Inca Camina regions for those who are collecting every piece of intel around the map. We fixed a rare issue that left some players with their XP bars stuck at a certain level. XP boosters will now display the number of hours they last, and players who reported problems unlocking intel and missions while playing in co-op should have a smoother experience now. Additionally, we addressed the reports of players stating the ADV suppressor ability wasn't working properly for them. Title Update 3 also marks the beginning of a much requested community feature. We are glad to introduce the first live season challenges for Ghost Recon Wildlands. As we mentioned in our post-launch article, this feature will add new content for those of you who are eager to return to Bolivia to keep your ghosts and task forces active. You will receive weekly orders to complete different objectives, some which can be completed playing solo, and some which will require the help of the members of your task force or even the collaboration of the whole Ghost Recon community. If you meet the requirements to complete each challenge, you'll be able to unlock various seasonal rewards, so don't miss out. If you want to know more about live season challenges, you can find them in the game menu once the patch is downloaded and you're deployed in game. Please remember you need to be online to progress through the live season challenges and get the rewards. The first 6 weeks are related to Unidad forces, but that's all the intel we can give you for now. If you want more info, you can check our article on live season challenges following this link. Good hunting, Ghosts! Aside from these changes, we've also heard your feedback regarding the radio and dialogue between the ghosts, so we've made some changes to improve the narrative content delivery for players. The radio content randomization has been optimized, so now you should be able to listen to a variety of dialogues and songs every time you enter a car or near a radio. On top of that, we made adjustments regarding the dialogues between AI teammates and the conversations related to missions so they don't repeat unnecessarily after they've been played. For more information, here's the detailed list of fixes and improvements with the PC specific ones at the end. Okay guys, so that's the summary of the big points there. I'm now going to take you through these detailed patch notes. Challenges. First season of live season challenges will be live on Tuesday, April 18th. The challenges and their requirements will be accessible from the game menu once the player is in game. This is really exciting. This is going to keep the game a bit fresher, I think. It'll allow us to come back to it week after week and have something new to do, especially if you've completed the game. I know a lot of you have done that. So this is good. This will keep things fresh. Missions and narration. Fixed a bug where the GPS would display the route for El Emisario instead of special transport. Fixed the chemist teleporting when escaping in certain situations. Reload prompt no longer appears when accessing the command wheel. Fixed Marcus Jensen mission not updating for the client while in 2 players co-op. Fixed an infinite XP exploit in extract missions. Fixed a bug where the VIP wouldn't appear in the truck when replaying Death Truck. Fixed a bug where target too far would stay on screen in the Mole mission after locating the Unidad captain. Fixed missions NPC not spawning if the player leaves and returns to the area in the Mule Doctors. Fixed a bug where El Cerebro's assistant would not get into the car after failing the mission in El Cerebro. Fixed Bowman's call not triggering if the player fast travelled during Pat Katari's call. Fixed the journalist not exiting the car if another player completes the Free the Journalist objective in the Journalist. Okay, so those are just some mission updates. User interface. Fixed a bug where the player could get stuck in the menu after validating a tutorial. Fixed GPS blinking when the player moves far away from the target. Fixed wrong number of Kingslayer files displayed on the TAC map in Media, Luna and Inca Comuna. Fixed the controls section of the options menu not responding in certain occasions. Fixed a bug where the return to area of operations message would remain on the screen even after returning to the area of operations. Fixed a bug where the objective of systemic activities would not display on the HUD, and pressing the R3 button while in passenger position of the vehicle will now display rear view. So a few little fixes there, nothing too major I don't think. I've not come across any of these issues. Co-op play. Added a new public matchmaking criteria based on difficulty level. Fixed a bug where a joining player could not see an NPC grabbed by a peer. Fixed intels not unlocking for players entering the province last, despite the mission being playable via mission sharing. Fixed SAM incoming missile alert not being replicated in co-op. Fixed visual effects of the don't press me button not replicating in co-op mode. Fixed absence of variation in the helicopter sound in co-op. Fixed suppressors sometimes not replicating correctly when changing weapon in the loadout. Fixed a bug where the mission The Agent would be completed for only one player when the drone battery runs dry just after the conversation's finished. Fixed a bug where the player could not interact with the rally point door if another player finished watching the cinematic. So guys, I haven't played any co-op yet, I've been running through the game in solo, but if you have played co-op, hopefully this will fix some problems you might be having. Down to gameplay fixes, this is I think what we've all been waiting for. Type 95 LMG's extended magazines can now be used in-game upon purchase. Fixed the player surviving falls when sticking to a wall. Player can no longer take cover behind destroyed destructibles. Fixed the player occasionally shaking when taking cover. Fixed XP stuck for players in very rare occurrences. Fixed a bug allowing the player to prone and fire through walls. Fixed a bug where the player couldn't take cover when exiting a vehicle. The Santa Muerte helicopter now has the same handling as other helicopters. Fixed vehicles not exploding when colliding with the train. Fixed a bug allowing the player to clip through walls with a motorcycle. Fixed a bug where the Unidad alert level could drop from 4 to 0 when a reinforcement wave is cleaned. The ADV suppressor skill now properly affects damage reduction on all weapons. Fixed a bug where a weapon would become unusable if equipped in the loadout while the player swapped weapons, and fixed a bug where the player could not re-equip the suppressor back on Silencio once they viewed the weapon without it in Gunsmith. Now I've only come across a couple of these. I think I've parked on a railway line and the vehicles don't explode, and I do have the ADV suppressor skill unlocked, and I wouldn't know if the damage reduction has been affected on my weapons, but that's a good thing to fix. Audio. Fixed Amaru not having a radio voice while travelling by helicopter. Fixed missing sound effect when a boat collides with the shore. Fixed SAM detection sound repeating itself if the player exits the range in time. Fixed audio feedback on incoming missiles. Improved radio content randomization. Fixed a bug where the AI teammates would repeat the same idle dialogue several times. Fixed absence of sound when a helicopter crashes, and fixed narrative dialogues replaying after each redeployment. I don't think I've noticed any of these audio issues, but it's nice to have those fixes in there as well, especially things about randomizing sounds and not having teammates repeat the same idle dialogues. That's nice. So graphics guys. Fixed an occasional graphic corruption on the road texture when entering and exiting pause menu. Fixed graphic corruption when colliding a vehicle with a trash can. Fixed the Unidad costume clipping through the camera in first person view. Fixed the NPCs not positioning correctly when entering a 30-degree inclined vehicle. That's very specific. The female ponytail hairstyle is no longer clipping with the Santa Muerte costume. And fixed a rare bug causing FPS drop on long game sessions. Again, I don't think I've noticed any of these things, but it's good to have those fixes. Store fixes. XP boosters now display the number of hours they last. New vehicle unlocked pop-up won't activate every time the vehicle pack is collected. Fixed season pass appearing as broken in the store when already purchased. And the compensator V2 SMG can now be attached to SMGs. I have the season pass and I think mine hasn't been showing correctly in the store, so that should hopefully fix that. World fixes, repositioned Legend collectible in the Media Luna province, fixed multiple places where the player could get stuck, fixed various world building glitches, and fixed boats spawning on top of each other in Agua Verde. Now, again, these don't think are things that I've noticed, but it's really good to have these fixes in there so that people shouldn't come across them when they're playing the game, so that's great. They affect everybody. Stability, fixed various crashes and glitches, so that's fine. So now onto the PC specific fixes for you PC players. We have multiple stability issues addressed, solved a localization problem with the store page, fixed a case where task force membership wasn't properly displayed, several Steam controller tweaks and bug fixes. UI control reminders now change automatically from controller to mouse and keyboard upon mouse input. Solved mapping conflicts when remapping next or previous vehicle. Fixed an issue with the hold gauge when redeploying on teammates. Game language can be changed from Uplay launcher. The loadout tab is now functional when switching from functions tab with the controller, and right click now edits the selected weapon slot. So there are some fixes for you PC players, guys. It also says we also implemented fixes and improvements for both Ghost Recon Network and Ghost Recon HQ. To check the full list, visit this link. So if you've been using the Ghost Recon Network website, or you've used the Ghost Recon HQ companion app, which I got a review on, you should definitely check those out. They've been updated and fixed, which is great. And then they close with, we would like to thank you again for your enthusiasm and passion about Ghost Recon Wildlands. The development team will continue working on the game to bring you more updates in the future. For more intel on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, please keep an eye on ghostrecon.com and be sure to visit our official forums and subreddit. To keep track of your stats and find other ghosts to join your task force, log into the Ghost Recon network and download the Ghost Recon HQ app. Guys, those are the patch notes for Title Update 3. Hopefully that's avoided you having to necessarily read through them all, but they are available on the Ghost Recon website for your reference. I don't think it's been quite as big a patch as the last post-update patch we had, which was Title Update 2. But it's great to see them rolling these out at a fast pace. I hope they keep patching the game and keep fixing things. It looks like they're really on top of stuff, and that is good news. So guys, if you're playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, I hope this has helped fix some of the things that you might have had problems with. Let me know in the comments below if you've still got things that you've found that aren't quite right in the game. I know I still have a problem occasionally, and I can't quite pinpoint when or why it is, but sometimes I can't launch my drone or use my binoculars, and there was no mention of that being patched this time round, so we'll see what happens in the future. That wraps things up, and guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.